Galevye non nou ka konsife moun evi. Faut nous connaître pour meilleur, c'est pour nous tout ça bénéfice. For only wonders you done for us all, spreading the culture all over the world. For all the good things that you done for God, that's what makes. We thanking you. We thanking you, brother. Trick. Acha lo moun bisou pasav ki chale yo pwen wivi esi. Faut nous connaître kwaye yo akuma smaka das music. Gordon Henderson, Fritz Roy Williams, say yo.
Good morning. It's November 17th. We're halfway through the month of November already. It's almost the end of the year already. It's Scorpio season, moving in slowly on the Sagittarius season, so we can end with a bang with the Capricorn season. I am Julie Roberts, and we're about to start another edition of Creole Heartbeat here on Q95, the big station. We'll take a break to hear a word from our sponsor, Digicel, and be right back. Stay tuned.
Get more from Digicel with our new Prime Ultra bundles on the fastest mobile network in Dominica. More local minutes, data to chat with your friends and family. More data for messaging. More data on WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. More data for TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, and now Netflix. Get more and more. Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Netflix, Snapchat. To pale, online, Digicel, data. More data. What is even more amazing is the new auto-renew feature. When you buy and stay on a Prime Ultra bundle, you get amazing discounts. Experience your new Prime Ultra bundle and save more for you. Only with the best mobile network on island. Digicel, better connected.
Have that one friend or family member who just loves sending messages? Amazing! Introducing our new Prime Ultra bundles with endless social messaging for WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Message as much as you want on the fastest mobile network in Dominica. Send messages anytime and anywhere. Get more data to keep you connected with your family and friends. Download the MyDigicel app to activate your new Prime Ultra bundle or visit any of our retail stores today. Digicel, keeping you better connected.
Get more from Digicel with our new Prime Ultra bundles on the fastest mobile network in Dominica. More local minutes, data to chat with your friends and family. More data for messaging. More data on WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. More data for TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, and now Netflix. Get more and more. Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Netflix, Snapchat. To pale, online, Digicel, data. More data. What is even more amazing is the new auto-renew feature. When you buy and stay on a Prime Ultra bundle, you get amazing discounts. Experience your new Prime Ultra bundle and save more for you. Only with the best mobile network on island. Digicel, better connected.
Have that one friend or family member who just loves sending messages? Amazing! Introducing our new Prime Ultra bundles with endless social messaging for WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Message as much as you want on the fastest mobile network in Dominica. Send messages anytime and anywhere. Get more data to keep you connected with your family and friends. Download the MyDigicel app to activate your new Prime Ultra bundle or visit any of our retail stores today. Digicel, keeping you better connected.
Good morning. Welcome back to Creole Heartbeat here on Q95 Radio. I am your host, Julie Roberts, and we are about to have a great one for you this morning. I've been saying that as soon as the independence season is over, we can look forward to Christmas. I mean, if you're in the other countries, in the first world country, it's Thanksgiving, but in Dominica, as soon as independence finish, we're looking forward to Christmas. And after Christmas, everyone's minds are on Carnival. But before we move on from the independence season and forget about Dominica and its celebration, we have something big for you. The Whitey Kubuli Dance Theatre Company presents the 52nd anniversary dance production, Splendors of Whitey Kubuli, Splendors of Whitey Kubuli, and it represents everything it says. It's everything beautiful about Dominica. Mr. Lawrence said it himself that it's exactly to showcase Dominica. It is to showcase its beauty, like what the national anthem has, I love beauty, I love splendor. So the Whitey Kubuli Dance Theatre is putting on a special 52nd anniversary production on Friday, November 17, which that's today, from 8 p.m. From 8 p.m. Friday, November 17th, they have their first production. Saturday, November 18th, the second production, which is tomorrow. And then on Sunday, November 19th, from 6 p.m. So today and tomorrow is from 8 p.m. and on Sunday a little earlier at 6 p.m. That is at the Old Mill Cultural Center. The adults $40, children $20, and children is classified as anyone 12 and under. So if you're 13 years old, or your son or your daughter 13 years old, they have to pay the $40. If you are in the far ends of Dominica, the extreme ends, and you cannot make it to town, you can stream live. If you're outside of Dominica, you can also stream the show live. There's a live stream, it's $15 US, and you can find it at www.kyriefm.com/pay-per-view. So join the celebration, the 52nd anniversary dance production of the Whitey Kubuli Dance Theatre Company, and it is called Splendors of Whitey Kubuli. I will speak on this again before we leave today, but we are happy to showcase art and culture here in Dominica. The Whitey Kubuli Dance Theatre, has been doing this through dance and theatre for the last 52 years, and they wish to put on a great production. They also have the Miss Teen, later in a few months to come, in maybe, I think it's the 4th of February. That's another production put on by them. But this weekend is all about Splendors of Whitey Kubuli. I have seated in studio with me a very handsome man. His hair is longer than mine, and I don't know how to cope with men who have longer hair than mine. Slim Hush. But he's seated here beside me. Good morning, Mr. Darrell Bob. How are you doing today?
Good morning, and good morning to your listeners. Good morning, DJ Slim. Good morning to this very beautiful lady sitting at my left. A lady once met me on the bus stop and told me men with long hair cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. So I took the risk anyway, and I said I'll educate myself. And seeing that God is not a police, I still expect to enter the kingdom of heaven. But we're talking Calypso.
Yes. So I'm happy to have you here with me this morning. And I was just saying, as soon as independence is done, Dominicans' minds go straight to Christmas. And you're also part of the person that their mind goes for Christmas. You pass and hear your voice like, Tout Kai, Okatan Daryl Bob.
Oui, pas Dominique seulement, ça, mais c'est comme ça.
C'est comme ça.
Yes,
You're the
yes.
Mariah Carey of Dominica. Have you defrosted and ready for us for the season?
I'll pass on that one. I'll pass. If I accept that one, that could cause some problems there in social media and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yes, it's just the vibe. It's the vibe. But thank you so much. Are you the new PRO of the the Calypso committee?
No, there
No.
is not a new PRO.
Mm-hmm.
However, the PR position is something that I've always participated in over the
Okay.
years in at the Calypso Association. Now that the position is quote unquote vacant, but I would just continue playing my part in a more maybe more frequent way than
Yes.
before because the position is vacant.
Yes.
So, but I'm officially the secretary of the board, and I will do the role of the PR as I normally do since I entered Calypso Association. I've always been doing it, assisting the PR,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'll just continue doing it. At this time, not assisting, but actually playing a leading role
Yes.
until there is a general election and somebody else
Yes.
fills in that position. So, in the absence of that, I'm just playing the role
Yeah, because we sat with the team
unofficially.
last year, and yeah, with quite a number of men in studio. I think Observer was one of them seated with us. So thank you for taking up that position and being able to be the face and the voice of Calypso. And the Calypso season is about to begin. Is it
Yes.
beginning on the 9th?
Calypso will be the Calypso eliminations will be on the 9th, the
Uh-huh.
9th of December.
Okay.
And we are at the moment just basically dotting the I's, crossing a few T's to make sure that we have a very good show this year.
Yes.
So it'll be on the 9th, and this time the Calypso Association will be hosting the show in the city of Roseau
Mm-hmm.
at a quote unquote new venue, not somewhere that is not new to the public, but it has been redesigned to accommodate activities, events. And I think as of next week, we will announce officially where that venue is, but it is
Yes.
definitely going to be in the reach of everyone within the vicinity of Roseau.
Okay.
And
So
we encourage other people from near and far to come and fill up the place as well.
Okay, so before we get into all of this, let us step back a little bit. Let's educate ourselves. This show, Creole Heartbeat, is definitely about educating the nation on different things that have to do with Dominica
And culture.
and culture. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yes.
Mhm.
So it's definitely culture, if
Yeah.
anything else. Um, yes. So I'm just trying to talk to the technician here. So, okay. So tell me a little bit about the the history and the culture of Calypso in Dominica. I know the Calypso show attracts a lot of people. It attracts not just the old, but also the young. And that is something that is a bit rare in this day and age. But when it comes to Dominica Calypso, I find young people gravitate, older people, Christian people, all kind of people gravitated.
Mhm.
So just tell me a little bit about that culture before we begin.
The thing is, Calypso serves a very important purpose in any society that it exists, and that is, it is what we say is the cry of the people. It is a medium through which people's situations are expressed, and whether it's religion, whether it's politics, just basically social issues. People suffering from poverty, they need a voice to say things that they cannot say. Um, some people try to avoid saying things directly to avoid victimization, but the Calypsonian comes forward and presents himself as like a candle in the wind, a kind of person that is will the Superman, and he
Yeah.
will take on issues no matter what it is because he's that brave individual and he will voice it. Sometimes it's not even something that may be directly affecting him, but it affects a number of persons in different areas of the society, and he provides himself to be that board, you know. So it's a risk. That is why some of us refer to the Calypsonian as he is an officer of the society. He's the one carrying the weight of everybody's cries. And usually the powers that be would listen. So that is the purpose, the general purpose of Calypso today. And it began way back. Um, I remember Mighty Gabby telling us that even before slavery it began, but we'll take it
Yes.
from slavery.
Yeah.
We have always found a way to communicate with the massa, to energize each other. And what the slaves would do, they would sit on the plantation and they would sing and dance around the fire. It wasn't calypso yet, but you can understand that the culture of that type of thing existed since then. And the interesting thing about it, where you can see the aspects of calypso has been, it came across up to today, is that they sang in tongues that the master could not understand. because they didn't want to take the risk, which is the same point I just made, of saying things directly and becoming victimized, because by morning time they would face the whip, they would be maybe put in a dark room for many hours and stuff like that. So to avoid that, they sang in tongues, they sang in a way that the master would not understand. And that's where they used languages like, the Creole and even their own language that they developed among themselves. So they would sing in a way, sing about the system, how they are treated on the slave plantation without the master understand. And they had fun. And all the master did was just look at them having a good time. It was their relaxed moment. So that is the culture that we carried across into our present day that we call calypso.
Yes.
So even going back to Africa, drums was used for communication. The drums was used to say, hey, certain things are happening in a particular village. So a guy would go on the mountain and he would drum a particular beat, and that message would be carried across. Okay, we can go across now because there's something over there that we need. So music and the drums and everything was always a mode of communication for us as a people.
Yes.
It accounted for our development. It accounted for our emancipation, because we used that same calypso on the plantation where the slaves and them, they used that to energize themselves and understand what their plan was for them to plan their escape from the master. So it contributed to all of that. So that is why, to wrap up the point here, the politicians, the policymakers, they should not see the Calypsonian as necessarily a dangerous force, but somebody that is providing somebody that is providing a way in which to get the people's message across to them. To get the people's message across to them. This is what is affecting us. Please address it. So that is where the Calypsonian is important.
Well, I feel like you might have answered the next question I'm going to ask, but maybe you can be a little more specific when I ask, how important is calypso, or the art form of calypso, in Dominica?
Well, basically, it's to say the same thing. It's important because we have to communicate. We have to use a mode of communication, and a mode that is sort of relaxing. It's refreshing, and fortunately, it's music, it's melody, and it's lyrics. That is what we use, and it's important because it brings the message across to the policymakers, who, because we have seen Calypsonians sing about a lot of things that were later on addressed by politicians. So the Calypsonian is a very important aspect, a very important individual in our society.
Okay, so this next question is two-part. Okay. In terms, I know we just spoke about the appreciation in terms of the fact that some songs may come across as a little aggressive or assertive, and then it may get some backlash, right? But so I want you to tell me about the appreciation of calypso from the people, because I know I've seen great appreciation from the people and also from the policymakers. So tell me, what has that appreciation been like in Dominica from the fans and also from the policymakers?
Well, there was a time when the policymakers had a great appreciation for calypso. I remember when a calypsonian could sing anything, and the politician of the day would not have an issue with it. They would come and dance to the same song. They would even engage calypsonians from overseas to write about their opposition and stuff like that. I know that for a fact, because when Sparrow wrote, Sparrow was very clear who inspired him to write Patrick John was a wanted man.
Yay!
Dead or alive, blah, da, 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 da. He too was wanted, dead or... He was very clear that Eugenia Charles was the one, and so calypso was something that was used by politicians as well. They found their way to respond to get other calypsonians who supported them to respond to situations, and it was all fun at the time.
Healthy.
Today it's rather different. I wouldn't go into that, but it's rather different, and it's unfortunate and it's sad, because the calypsonian is useful on both sides.
Yes. And the people, there's a strong appreciation for
calypso. Yes, indeed. I mean, when there are people who come sometimes, and they come to you and they say, Bob, I would like you to sing a song about that for me, and then next year they hear the song being, sung, and they're very happy. They never forget you for that. They lift you up, So we are really the tool of the people, the servants of the people, and
Yes.
the people are usually very happy. Sometimes I sing about things, and the amount of people that come to me, people that would never talk to me on the road before, but the fact that you address something that affects them
Yes.
directly, music is just a very powerful tool, and it cuts many barriers.
Okay, so before we get into the other part of the interview, I just want to play one of our female calypsonians. Everyone knows the Tasha P. Calypso High song, and then we shall continue.
All week I restless, I'm pacing up and down the street. The shortage of gas literally had me on my feet. He gas, the struggle was real as real could be. Could not lose my focus of real mass 23. Lyrics racing in my head, I singing all night in my bed. It's vibrating in my soul, I go lose control. Melodies on my mind, girl, I am on a high, I'm on a high, I'm on a calypso high. Feel like to fly, I could fly, I could fly, I'm on a calypso high. A high where my body is clean and no police can intervene. I'm on a high, a high. Excuse me if I act insane, I may never feel this way again. I'm on a high, I'm on a calypso high. Whoa,
This is the voice of Tasha P. And if I can stand corrected, she's the first female monarch of
Calypso monarch
Of
of Dominica.
Dominica.
Yeah, first and
Okay.
only so far.
First and only.
Yeah,
Wow.
no other woman has won that title.
Wow. Every time I hear things like that we have to make, like, be part of the statistic, I'm like, why? Why can't it just be that we're dominating? Because we dominate all the time. So, so basically the percentage of male participating is way higher than female. And of course the wins, men are dominating the wins.
Yeah, because Calypso really began as a men's thing.
Okay.
And there was a time when the show was actually created for the women, but something happened along the way. The women had to, women can't live without men, so they had to come across to the main competition to meet us. Yeah, I can say that boldly because, yeah, that's true. That women can't live without men.
Well, I know men can't live without women. If you want to see you go fool, allez fool, try to do it. So
I say that for you to respond like that.
So it's okay. I saw something recently that said that if you put 30 women and 10 men on an island, in 100 years we'll have a population.
Yes.
But
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes. So, and so if you put 100 men there, let's see what happens. But let's continue. Okay, so Calypso is a part of the foundation of Calypso.
Absolutely.
Right. And we haven't really been seeing it being showcased on the stage for World Creole Music Festival. Even this year, I don't think we had it on stage at all.
No, not at all.
How do you feel about that?
But it's very sad. It's very, very sad. As you said, that Calypso is an inspiration for Calypso. The makers of Calypso, they tell you straight up that they were influenced by Taboo Combos and those groups from Haiti in the compa and the Calypso. That is how Cadas was created, and Cadas actually was the inspiration for the World Creole Music Festival. It eventually, through more conversation, became World Creole instead of just a Cadas Music Festival. And it's just sad that a genre that inspired the World Creole Music Festival cannot find a place on the World Creole Music Festival. And then you have other genres that are just sprouting up now and they are being highlighted. It's sad. It's an observation. It's like an elephant in the room. Hardly anybody want to talk about it except the Calypsonian. But it is rather sad and it's unfortunate that after the contribution that Calypso has made to Dominica, it will not find a place in our flagship event. So this is something we just want to find out what is the real reason, other than what goes on in our head, what is the real reason behind it, and just have a conversation about it without any animosity.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's healthy criticism and healthy
Absolutely.
growth, so you can go forward.
Yeah.
But you said that they brought other genres, but I think that the other genres that they brought, we all heard "I Want to Be There." They made it known, whether on the ground, they made it known on social media that we deserve to be on the stage. And I really think that, or do you think that if the Calypsonians had just come together and created a voice, like, why are we not on stage, that could have helped, like how the other genres made it known they wanted to be on stage?
Well, one thing I can say about the Calypsonian is that the Calypsonian and the organization that represent the Calypsonian is very respectful. Our whole culture is based on respect.
Yes.
Even if we sing stuff that people may not like, but we try to do it in a respectful way as best as we can. And what we have done over the last, not this year for sure, but in the last year, and I think the year before, we wrote to the organization responsible for the World Creole Music Festival. We wrote a letter that I think would have gone directly to the Prime Minister. So we do things in a respectful way. We do things in a we have an administrative arm, and we follow through with those things. So we wouldn't go on social media and make a big roha about it. We may sing about it, but we will not go on social media and try to create any discord with government and that sort of thing, because we think that we can do things differently. We are a respected organization. We want to maintain that. So we wrote to the DFC and the government, and there was no response. As a matter of fact, there was once when a decision was taken and then it was overruled, and so on and so on and so forth. Those details I don't really want to go into right now, but this is the thing. So there is really a reason in somebody's heart why Calypso must not be represented at World Creole, and it's very sad because you have a lot of Calypsonians who do not sing political issues. Yes. They too can find themselves.
We just had one.
So I think we really just we are depriving them of an opportunity to represent their country and their genre. And I think it's very petty.
So do you feel like the Calypso Association is going through a challenging period right now in Dominica?
I wouldn't say it's a challenge. Maybe it's a challenge to get on the World Creole Music Festival, but it's not necessarily a challenge as to we continuing with the culture of Calypso. It's not doing anything to us. But because the thing is, we feed off of a lot of situations, challenging situations. Anyway. Yes. So, as a matter of fact, what happened this year, I'm sure a few Calypsonians are very happy they're going to be happy to sing about it or mention it in their song or something. So it gives us content. Yeah, but at the end of the day, we want to be fair to the people. We want to give people
what they want.
People come from overseas, they want to hear Calypso and so on and so forth. So, I think, at least the powers that be just need to come straight. What is the problem?
But I meant, okay, so outside of that, political or in terms of performing politics, I meant like even production wise, like all your production, it would be nice to know that there's studios that Calypsonians can have all year round, that they have access to, that they can, we can hear music that's not just at the carnival time.
That's a very good point.
That type of challenges, that's what I'm speaking about. Or even
that is something I would really like to see change. I would like to see more Calypso. Calypso is too seasonal, in my opinion. Yes. I would like to see more Calypsos during the year. even off season. There's still things that Calypsonians can sing about. There's still a lot of social issues that occur during the year that Calypsonians can address in their music. Some of them they go still by the time Carnival comes, so why not address them during the year? And that is going to be very healthy for the genre.
Definitely.
Because people are being fed with Calypso. So in that way, you can have more Calypso events and so on. But Calypso just goes dead. It just follows the calendar of the church. The moment Lent comes about, Ash Wednesday, Calypso just goes dead. And by the time after that 40-day period, if you try to play the Calypso, it's as if it does not have the kind of oomph like it had before. I hold radio responsible for that as well. So it has been a culture in Dominica to sort of, just put Calypso on the back burner after Ash Wednesday. And that is not good, absolutely. And Calypsonians must try to fight that, because it's important that you keep producing, keep writing, and keep current during the year.
And keeping your fans tantalized.
Absolutely.
Because that's a part of longevity in any way.
Yeah.
Imagine you only tell your wife you're beautiful on the anniversary. All year round, you just let it pass.
Yeah.
It doesn't keep that spark. So if there are issues that, the people keep having it be seasonal, just having it up in their faces will make it definitely.
Yes. Yeah. Music works that way. Music works. As a matter of fact, I see Bouillon using that strategy. Bouillon is always in your face. It's always in you. Maybe not with the right type of content for everybody, but they're always up in your face. So but the Calypso Association, we have tried to do things properly.
Okay.
We have approached people the way we should. We have asked for a discussion. And because what we try to do as a board is to represent our members as best as we can, and put ourselves forward, try to get answers for them. And some people just will not answer.
Yes.
But it's still our job to keep knocking and asking and so on. And to tell you the truth, that's not going to stop Calypso at all.
Definitely.
Because Calypso thrives on these types of situations.
Yes. And speaking of thriving, it started last weekend. Stardom. Mascamp, started last weekend, and you're going to continue this evening.
Oh yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
I kind of wanted to do Mascamp last. So just one, two little things I want to say about the Calypso show is that it starts on the 9th. We will announce the official venue for the eliminations in at least by Tuesday of next week.
Okay.
It will also
be
on
Wednesday. Creole Heartbeat is more than happy to allow you guys to do that on the Wednesday.
Yeah, it would be nice if we do a nice big launch, bring some of the competitors, and it's a
yes.
very nice
I'm
show.
There for it.
Some people they only come to the eliminations, because it's the funniest show. Some people like laughter and so on. So it's the funniest show. And it's also that point where you capture some of the new acts, the first timers and so on. And interestingly, it's to show you that Calypso is a fair organization. The current king trilogy, the current monarch, he came straight from the eliminations last year. So it's for everybody, and it can happen. And those of you who want to sing Calypso, they never tell yourself you can't, give it a shot anyway. So it's going to be next week on the 9th. The show will begin at about maybe 8:30 thereabout. And it's going to be in the city of Roseau. We'll tell you exactly where it's going to be. And your tickets are only $20. Sitting will be $30. So don't miss the eliminations. It's going to be a big one. And that starts the 2024 season. Actually, 24 season starting in 2023, interestingly. Yes. And then the next show, which is the quarterfinals, will be on the 13th of January at another venue. At another venue where it's larger and to accommodate more people. The 13th of January. Then the 27th of January, we will have the semifinals. And the grand finals will be on February 10th, 2 days before Jump Up.
I just wish that, I don't know how it's done, but it would be nice to have a moving thing where you can be in Portsmouth sometimes. I'm also in Portsmouth. And then you can be in Grand Bay.
I'll tell you what the problem is in Dominica. We really want to decentralize Calypso, but the issue is venue. There's always a venue issue. And right now, all venues have to meet a certain standard because of safety and so on. You have to have bathrooms. You have to have, it has to be certified by the fire department and the health department because people have to eat and drink. And all of those things are very important. So we have a deficiency in Dominica when it comes to venue. Venue is a major issue. But we would really like to decentralize Calypso, bring Calypso out to the people.
Definitely.
And maybe have one of the main competitions out of town sometime. Oh,
Yes.
you from Posse?
I live in Portsmouth,
You're
definitely.
representing Posse.
Yes,
That's nice.
yes.
That's nice.
We'll
That's
have to
nice.
have a talk about, because I find a lot of Portsmouth people do come up to Roseau, and you have people from Marigot, all that's the northern side that will come to Roseau. It would be so nice to have one down there. And,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know,
And I cannot live without saying that my roots are from Portsmouth. Whenever
okay.
I don't mention it, I get some flack from some folks who know my secret. So well, not
Okay.
necessarily secret, but who know my history.
Yes.
But my roots are from Portsmouth, actually, on both sides of my family. So
Oh.
yeah, I was just
You
brought.
see, that's
I
why
wa-
it's a Mariah Carey. Portsmouth have good things.
my mommy just found herself in Roseau to have me at the Princess Margaret Hospital, but
Okay.
Portsmouth is the place. And yeah, we're looking forward to doing things out of town. So that's it for the Calypso
Yes.
Association. February 9th, January 13th, January 27th, and February December 9th, I should have said,
Yes,
sorry.
December 9th.
December 9th, eliminations, quarterfinals January 13th, semi-finals January 27th, and the grand finals February 10th. Tickets are going to be out very early this year.
Okay,
And
yes.
you'll be able to get your tickets online and stuff, and you will get discounts if you get it early.
Early bird
And
and
we're saying
everything.
that to attract the interest of the people out there in the diaspora and so
Yes.
on, who buy their tickets online most of the time. And we'll be using the technology. You get your receipt on your phone and stuff like that, and you can enter the park. And all safety and everything is going to be in place for Calypso this year. We are tackling it very early. So,
Yes.
Showdown Mass Camp
It's
tonight.
Showdown.
Free night 2, free rum punch night. We had the
Okay. We're not saying free like how Dominicans pronounce it th. We're saying free as in free, free, free.
free. Night
Rum
number
punch?
2, free rum punch. It was big last week, actually. A lot of people drank their rum punch and they had to eat a lot too. So we have a well-stocked bar, and we also have a kitchen that you can get
I'm
your
still
food.
on free, you know.
Yeah,
And
it's free.
Rum punch.
Free rum punch. Free rum punch. So
Wow.
come out for your free rum punch. Entrance is only $20. Unfortunately, those will be watching us on the virtual for the virtual media will not be able to get a
the
free rum punch.
I know.
But you'll be able to get something when you get to Dominica in January for Carnival. So don't feel left out.
Where is it at? What's the venue?
Okay, we are going to be upstairs. It's the Faith at the Faith Restaurant. It's on the corner of Fields Lane and Independence Street.
Okay, so in Dominica, best you tell them next to what building?
So that building used to have the Period of Fashion downstairs. Right now, it houses the Prosper's Pharmacy.
Yes.
So upstairs of that building,
Okay.
and you go up the steps, and then a kind security will be there to
So
assist
it's
you to
opposite
get in.
that big new building in town.
Yes.
So that's what I have to say. I said that big pretty building in town is
That
opposite
big-
that building. Somebody might even write a calypso on that one. The big pretty building.
Well, a Calypso came out on that
opposite
already.
upstairs there. Oh, really?
Yeah, of course. That sang "Nobody Knows, Nobody Sees" last year. But that's right where we are.
Okay.
You know, and our theme this year is "Pakite Point Dominic Hodno."
This alcohol?
Pakite Point Dominic Hodno. That's our
Okay,
theme. All right.
okay,
And
okay.
it's a beautiful traditional song that plays every Independence that
Mm-hmm.
we are going to be playing that throughout the year.
Okay.
And wonderful calypsos are being presented there. You know, the likes of Joey Lloyd, The Explosion, Triumph, Mass Eruption, Soul Poos, myself, Bob, the Dice, you know, just to name a few. So the ad says it all. And we have ladies as well. We have the Lady S and a couple of other ladies dropping every time, now and again. I think the Cocoa Stick lady will pass through. And I mention her specifically because we invite people from Stardom Tent as well. I always like to bring Stardom into the conversation because Stardom is an important organization for Calypso in Dominica, just like Mass Camp is, because the Calypsonians want a stage to perform, and no one tent can provide all of that. So for everybody. So sometimes the Stardom folks, like Stardom hasn't launched as yet, so some of their folks, they come across. Mass Camp is usually earlier, so some of them get the opportunity to come and do their presentation at Mass Camp, whilst their Stardom has not begun their season as yet. So you will see more and more. JD is like a fixture at King JD. He's a fixture at Mass Camp now, you know. So I would expect to see him tonight. I hope he's on. But we have a sort of open house for Stardom folks, especially out of season, and hopefully during the out of their season rather, until their program starts. and we usually have a clash of the tent, what we call a clash of the tent, but it's just really a unity of the two tents, and as to when that will happen this year, we have not gone to the drawing board yet to figure out when we put those dates together, but they were very successful last year.
Yes.
And if it worked once, why not do it twice?
Yes. If it's good, why change it? So, what time do you start tonight?
Tonight, 8:30 p.m.
8:30 p.m.
8:30 p.m.
Okay. And you have a DJ on board?
Yes, we've been mixing DJs. We had DJ Slim last week. I think tonight we're having DJ Mix. And the show is virtual. It does not have a live band presentation, but the virtual shows are way more cost effective for us. After we do a season of live events with a live band, we are almost asking ourselves, can we do a next season? So to avoid that, we will be doing more of the virtual events where people make contributions and people can still come into the venue. You just make a small contribution of $20 to come in person, and you get a free rum punch. Remember that, eh?
Oh, it's just a free rum punch?
Just a free rum punch, yes. It's free rum punch night.
I missed that. I was thinking it was going to drink till it fall along and tumble along the stairs.
If you're a very nice person, if you're a very nice person and you want to add something else to your contribution and you want to get another rum punch, I mean, that's no problem. I'm sure that can be worked out.
Yes.
So free rum punch night, it worked out wonderfully last week, and this week we're doing it again, and I suspect we're going to continue doing that. Because there's this guy who said, boy, I drank that rum punch and I must go home because my wife is not there.
Oh,
and,
so
and you know what that means.
It's a rum punch that's been made. It's not just a bottled one. It's one that's been made.
It's a homemade. It's a special,
okay.
handcrafted,
the best
type of product. So I would expect to see you there tonight. The ladies had fun with that rum punch and calypso. So it's rum punch and calypso, my folks. Yeah. And of course, you need a little something in your stomach when you drink a record. So the kitchen is there. There's all kind of stuff available in the kitchen as well.
Rum and music.
It's a nice little vibe. Mass can be just a nice lime, on a Friday night, and we expect to see people come and take advantage of that. Calypso is alive again, and we're doing our thing, man.
Definitely. Are you seeking sponsorship from the public? Is that something you do?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I think a few sponsorship letters have gone out, both from Calypso Association and from Mass Camp, and we are definitely hoping that we get some positive responses, because it's really hard to have these events and just depend on the gate receipts. Gate receipts don't cut it all the time, especially in this economic environment. So we are hoping that the sponsors will come on and see it it provides a win-win situation for you, because we promote your organization and your products, and you just give us a sponsorship that is substantial enough for us to be able to keep the show going.
Yes, definitely. And listenership and viewership is definitely there, as we said.
Oh, yes. Especially really viewership. You will see at the bottom of our screen the different numbers you can call, or you can send your Zelle or Cash App or Mo Banking contributions. And there's no limit as to what you can contribute. If anybody wants to contribute, $10, we'll take it, and $10,000, we'll take it.
Yes.
So that's the freedom you get from your home, from the comfort of your home.
Okay, so we are going to play last year's Monac, the winning song.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Q95 DJ Slim. Run it, Daddy.
Yeah.
I don't want to get bought no more. I tired murder my hopes. Plus I is a ship we building to take us where we want to go. We hired a famous boat builder by the name of the Taylor, and he start laboring way back in over. And soon we will sail the seas. The entire world will freeze when they see we mountain a killer ship all along. So if you want to party and forget all your worries, then all aboard, all aboard. And if you want to know where they giving out free money, then all aboard, all aboard. We mountain a ship, no more leader. dictatorship only. Dictatorship. We sell the citizenship for the dictatorship. By 2026 is dictatorship. Yeah, and we will sail away from democracy on a dictatorship. Way up the digga by word. Hey, 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 Chilla on the mind. In Kaiso. Hey. Dictatorship looking nice, but some workers don't like his designs. Well, all who want to protest can do it. All the policemen on the side. That sheep are what gangs to banks and to radio stations and fuel from Petro Caribe. That sheep have water and light and the fearless captain. We just so big up then the reset is through again. So if you want to party and forget all your worries, say all aboard, all aboard. There's room for everybody except for them shabba. We say all aboard, all aboard. We moved in a ship. We give out a ambassadorship for the dictatorship. Hey, no more scholarship. Dictatorship. By 2026 is dictatorship. Boy, and we will sail away from democracy on a dictatorship. Hey, everything I'm in by word. Hey, 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 chill on the mic. In Kaiso, the workers really not pleased. They don't want to sail on the seas, but the only chance they could stop the building, they catch them with their pants below their knees. Oh God, we will rival Venezuela, Cuba and North Korea when our dictatorship about to set sail. I just hope like the Titanic that our ship don't sink by an iceberg or a little fountain. So if you want to party and forget all your worries, all aboard.
This is Creole Heartbeat, and we're seated with Mr. Daryl Bob. And we're not talking about Christmas music, we're speaking about Calypso.
Mhm.
He's the PR man for the Calypso Association here in Dominica, and we're just speaking about Showdown and also the Calypso season that is already beginning. November doesn't well finish yet, but it's carnival time. It's an early carnival this year, and they are beginning the with elimination round on the 9th, and then the 13th would be the
The 13th will be the quarterfinals.
quarterfinals, and then the 27th will be the
semifinals.
semifinals, and then of course the
10th.
grand show is the 10th.
The
So,
largest show
largest show.
in the Dominica and during the carnival season is
Yes.
the finals. Yeah,
Yes.
that's where you have the largest crowd.
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
My first year in Dominica, I went and I didn't know what to expect, and it was huge. It was a long, and the people I went with were young people,
Mhm.
and I expect them to be like, boy, they didn't leave. I went to JR's and come back, and it was just they were just there, and that's when I realized that the Calypso fraternity, the community, is definitely one that the appreciation is there for the art form.
Absolutely.
Yes.
People love their Calypso. There are people who love, they
Yes.
just wait every year, they just go to Calypso because Calypso serves them a very important purpose.
All right, so I have a quick little question. What I know there are tons of memorable moments on the stage, but what's one of your most memorable moments? Not you, but of a Calypso performance on the five. One of the most memorable.
I think it was the year I won my first crown when I sang Go and Sing the Truth, Bob. And something that always, after the show, somebody told me, boy, you look like Dinya so much, because I had to dress like a woman to sort of present, how must I say it? I'm singing to Bob what my girlfriend is saying to me. So I had to take up the personality of my girlfriend and
Yes.
sing to myself. So I had someone looking like me on stage, looking like
Yes.
Bob, and then what I present in the song as my girlfriend. So when I dressed up like the woman, Somebody said you look so much like Dinia. Dinia is my daughter. And when
Okay.
I went, I looked at the video. I just saw Dinia there.
Wow.
I looked at myself. I saw, happy birthday, Dinia. Happy birthday. I know you're probably not hearing this, but somebody's going to tell you Daddy said happy birthday today. Today is her birthday.
I'm happy I asked that question.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah, yeah,
Yes, and
yeah,
today was one of the only days we did not do birthday greetings.
yeah. So
So,
somebody tell her
yes,
mommy, Daniela Duasco, that Dania's daddy said happy birthday, and bring that across to her. No, Dania and I, we spoke this morning
yes,
already,
of course.
but I just want to say it so that if her friends listening can reach out to her as well.
Yes,
But
happy birthday, Dania,
yeah.
from the Creole Heartbeat family. I hope you have a blast, blast, blast. It's important. All right, so let's just do a final thought of all what we spoke about this morning so our listeners can know exactly what's happening in the Calypso world.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, the Calypso competition is on. The eliminations in a few weeks, December 9th, and we are expecting the registrations to improve. So far, we are just about at the half mark where we want to be. We don't want the show to be an excessively long show, but so far it looks like we could be half of where we are. So if we just maybe a little more, so we are encouraging Calypsonians to come out, get registered, pay your registration fee. That's important. Get your songs organized and get ready for December 9th. It's going to be a big night. It starts a very big season. Remember that first time king coming straight off the eliminations will be defending his crown. So it's going to be history, so to speak, again. And we're looking forward to the support of the public. Come and enjoy Calypso. We're doing everything to make sure we have a big show, a show that really, really satisfies people. And last year we did it, and this year we're going to take it up a few levels. Tonight, Showdown Mass Camp is live again at the Faith Restaurant. Only $20 gets you in, and then you can also watch the show live from wherever you are in the world, including Dominica, if you cannot come out tonight. The weather is going to be great. The weatherman told me about yesterday, which happened last night, the heavy rains, but it was just a cleanup for Calypso for tonight.
Where can one receive the link for the live?
We are going to be sharing the link shortly. It will come from Comsi TV, who's our main streamer. And remember, we're going to share the link. You can go to Showdown Mass Camp Facebook page and get the link. Also, the show you can watch it live on Showdown Mass Camp page as well. And I myself will be sharing it. I will send to you as well that you can
Put on
send
the
to your
Creole
people.
Heartbeat
We'll send to
page,
their people
and we
send
will
to
put
their
it on the
people.
Creole Heartbeat page. And you
Yeah.
don't need to know people who know people. As long as you know Creole Heartbeat, it is there on the page.
So you, Wadix, and anybody else, DJ Slim, you're invited tonight.
Yes.
Come out and check out the show. When you get to the door, ask for Bob, and I will ensure that
I'll be asking for my rum punch.
and your rum punch. Yes, your rum punch. So we'll be waiting for you, and come and get a vibe so you can talk about something next week.
Definitely. We will be doing a lot more Calypso talk because it's the Calypso season, and Creole Heartbeat is definitely invested in the art form. We want to see the growth. We want to see it get to a point where it's just excellent. There are no challenges, and it's just a blooming art form in the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Also, before we go, we need to remember to highlight the Whitey Kubuli Dance Theatre Company, and they are celebrating their 52nd anniversary dance production named Splendors of Whitey Kubuli. It starts tonight, November 17th at 8 p.m., and tomorrow, November 18th, 8 p.m. Then Sunday, November 19th at 6 p.m. at the Old Mill Cultural Center. Adults $40, children $20. And there's a live stream of $15 US, www.kyrie.com/pay-per-view. Go on ours and support Mr. Raymond Lawrence and the Whitey Kubuli Dance Theater. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We sat down with Mr. Darrell Bob, the PR man for the Calypso. So we expect to see you there.
And don't forget, last thing I want to say,
Uh-huh.
politicians, don't be angry with Calypsonians. We're only trying to help you. Think about that. One love.
Yes, people. And remember, there are two things. Everything else, there are two things in life: living, and the last thing is death. So live, live, live. Don't forget to live and love. Enjoy this grand weekend of endless culture from dance to calypso. Until next week, I am Julie Roberts, and this was Creole Heartbeat.
Murder on the mic, the body cut. A pleasant good evening, everybody. I am the undercover.